It's Amat for a really great academy, Prana Jiu-Jitsu, Stockholm.
The same academy as Martin as well, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So we have two representatives of Prana into the finals and a super fight winner, all from Prana, just showing how great.
Julian looking for his half guard game. That's really a specialty.
He has a deep underhook already underneath the leg.
Yeah.
We're going to see if he can use the deep half guard position here. Simon defended very well with that triangle, preventing his opponent from getting underneath him. Starting to slide his hips back now. This is making it much trickier.
What does Julian have to do to get the sweep from this position?
Julian's doing a great job of coming through to the single leg axe. He needs to off balance. Okay, he's coming back underneath the other leg now to start going to a deep half guard, weighted style sweep. But he really needs to get the weight off of that leg. This is a much better position for his sweep.
Yeah.
Again, keeping that.
It's getting momentum.
And he's on top.
It's in the top position.
2 points are ahead. Seems to have an interesting grip here. The points are on the board for Julian. A great sweep, and he's into a good position to pass. If only he can get through this collar choke. Can't quite see from the angle, but it's obviously giving Julian a little bit of trouble. He needs to circle his head free of this grip. It's very difficult to break when it's over the back of the lapel here.
Yeah, Simon has a really strong grip right here.
Oh, and it's released.
It's released. Julian working the half guard.
And a beautiful sweep back. As soon as he made the trouser grip, he was effective with it. And a beautiful rolling Kimura to boot. Let's see if he can attack the crucifix on the far side, wherever he wants to come back to the top. Julian's doing a great job of keeping his weight on his opponent here.
But he's giving up the back right now.
He has to be very careful of the hooks, and a good escape again back into his half guard. Oh. Simon straight onto the back again.
These are big boys, but they're moving pretty fast, Bradley.
Very dynamic for a 100-kilo category. You don't see that from every super heavyweight.
Definitely not, and it's exciting to watch. Julian's back in his half guard position.
So far, we only have 2-0 on the scoreboard. I'm pretty sure it should have been 2 points for that sweep back, so I think there's an issue with the points.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think Simon held the position long enough because he attempted the rolling Kimura.
He attempted that
didn't maintain
Kimura,
the top position. So it's interesting to see how the referee sees this. He obviously has the top position now, but are we looking at as a recovery from the back take, or are we looking at as a sweep?
He has some advantages to go with his... Julian up 2-0 right now. If he gets swept back, he's in a lot of trouble because of those advantages Simon gained with that attack. Julian working that single leg. Let's see if he can get up.
We can see Simon searching for that Kimura again on the far side. Again, you talked about the grip earlier. He's using that grip on the back of the neck to break Julian's posture, keep him bent up in this position.
That's a pretty unusual grip right there.
You don't see it very often, but it seems to be effective.
It's definitely bothering Julian right now, preventing him from getting the single leg.
You're gonna reset back into the middle. You're gonna need all three referees for the big guys.
Yeah. That's approximately 200 kilos they're carrying right here.
It's always very difficult with these positions.
Yeah.
To reset back in the middle without the assistance of the referees like this, a grip is always adjusted.
Yeah.
A position is always changed. It's pretty much you either go back into the middle with a better or a worse position. It's very rare that it stays the same. So we see the strategy come into play here. Simon putting some pressure with the knee slice. I think he's waiting for Julian to come up to his elbow to attack that Kimura again on the far side of that.
But he doesn't have an underhook, so it's making it really hard for Simon to get the pass without giving up a scramble, at least.
He seems searching for that Kimura again. Are we looking for the armbar on the far side, possibly? He's into the inverted half guard. Let's see what Julian can do from here.
He's getting up, but he also lacks an underhook in his probably going to give up the back right here.
That was a very nice transition. A mistake from Julian there, trying to come on top without the correct grips, and now he's paying the price for it. As long as he can recover the hips and not give the hooks, he still has a chance in this match. He's ahead 2 points, and there's just over 2 minutes left on the clock. He could ride this out to the finals. We're going to see whether Simon can get the job done.
Simon's still working to take the back. We're close to the edge of the mat. Julian really persistent, not letting him get that second hook, preventing Simon from getting the 4 points for the back take. What does Julian have to do to escape this position right now, Bradley?
Me personally, I'd be turning to my back straight away. I'd be sprawling at this point. This is what I call the Superman escape. I don't like to give too much space for that second hook. You see how Julian's hip is still raised? I'd be turning to my belly, try to close that gap. He's doing a good job though. He's doing a good job of keeping the hook out, and that's pretty much all he has to do with 2 points ahead. He just has to ride this match out.
Just a little bit over 1 minute left.
Simon has to be very offensive now to find some points on the board. I'd begin to look at coming up to the side control. Oh.
And we're going to reset in the middle again.
Now, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, because who's going to get that position back?
Do we reset back on the feet? And then will we see a takedown game here? This is going to be interesting strategy. The belt's being tied. We're seeing here that Julian seems a little tired, taking the time out to tie the...
He's definitely taking his time right here.
A classic trick in the book.
Yeah.
Get that breath back. Tie the 2 belts. He has a double belt here, so even better. Also, penalty is on the board.
He's got a penalty for...
The referee was listening to us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Julian. Okay, we have 58 seconds on the clock.
Julian's up ahead 2-0, but Simon has a couple of advantages, what makes it troublesome if he scores 2 points. It's going to be really interesting where this match restarts.
Oh, on the
Going to
feet.
start on the feet. Julian has to be really careful out here on the feet. Not giving away 2
I'd be
points.
looking for a takedown from this guard pull now. You got to preempt Julian's guard pull. You can see it's coming.
Julian looking a little bit hesitant, shooting and pulling the guard.
Decision there from Julian. Just has to keep his half guard locked. He just has to keep it protected. And a very nice entry to the deep half guard. He's keeping his hands protected again. There's 30 seconds left in the match. He has underhooks. Everything is tight at this position. It's going to be very hard for Simon to try to pass or get some points on the board. He pretty much has to go for broke now. I'm thinking he's going to start to attack that Kimura again. We've seen that entry.
15 seconds left.
There it is. Potential Kimura attack. Oh, we've seen some issue there. Maybe a sweep again from Julian.
He's getting up. He's getting the top position. Julian showing a lot of heart.
Match with 4-0. Julian going into the finals.
It was an explosive matchup in the heavyweight division. Super heavyweight division.
To prevent those back takes, keep the hooks out, and find a way to win.
Julian stayed really composed in this one, ending up 4-0. Advancing to the finals.